Okay, so good morning everyone. It's my first day back on the bike after 10 days off of the bike, and the most important thing I can do is try and get back into a routine, but seeing as I slept until 10 o'clock this morning, it's going to be difficult getting into that routine. So first a bit of stretching, 2-hour ride and a bit of swimming to loosen up the body. But I am still here in Andorra up at altitude, so the altitude will help me lose a bit of weight a little bit quicker. And this is our house. My first day back on the bike, and what can you tell me? All my tires.
Your tires are feeling good.
Are they good to go? But I might have to give the bike a bit of a wash as well. So
the saddle looks like my height though.
Oh, what's going on there? Anyway,
I might have tried it out.
Just a bit of coffee time.
Where are you riding to today?
Where?
Yeah.
It's only one road. Andorra and back. I don't want to go the other. I don't want to go to Paseo La Casa.
Going down and back?
Yeah, going down and back. And you?
I'm also going down and up, but with the car.
A little bit, okay. Going down is like 20 minutes, coming back up the mountain is like an hour.
Don't you hate it going down, out and up, back?
No. So I need to pedal somewhere. Yeah, so Mandy's checking out all the cyclists that's coming up here. Quite a lot in summer, especially more of the recreational cyclists. But the amount of professional cyclists here are growing, so that's good. With the different lanes, and as you can see, I've tried to improve my sound after it got stolen. So we're working on it, but not because you told us to improve our sound, simply because we want to put out better content.
Always strive to be better.
But to be better, it seems it's a bit more expensive in camera terms. Okay, so a bit of vlogging, just my daily hobby. Breakfast made by this beautiful lady over here. Thanks, Mandy. Much appreciated. Let's look how well look at that texture. That's a money making shot. Tomaties sauce.
Hulle persoon jou en sê nee, hulle wil 'n groot bestelling plaas, dan is hulle by jou kom maar gee hulle die geld terug. Elke dag omtrent op die spruiters is. There was a bit shake.
Okay, so the main reason I'm adjusting my saddle back on is because I travel with this seat post everywhere I go, simply because the seat angle and everything is exactly the same every time. Sometimes you get onto your racing bike with a different and the saddle is always at 1 or 2 degrees not the same. So that's the main reason I travel with this seat post of mine everywhere I go. At least I know when I get there everything's always the same, because to get there and then kind of have in your head that it might not be the same can really mind fuck you in a way, so you don't want that. Most of my time during the day on it, and then I just like to say that I've only got one rule when washing your bike, is that never wash it with something you won't put your jewels in. So always wash it in style and with a cloth that's very sacred. Andy, what happened there? Ay, sorry my liefie. Ek sê, gooi het net weg. Vergeet daarvan, gooi het weg en vergeet daarvan.
Weet jy hoe ek het genurture?
Sorry. Gooi dit net weg. It's just been my break and I'm back on the bike after 10 days, all fat, stiff, and ready to train at about 6 p.m. So I'm completely out of routine, but let's start somewhere with the vlog. So obviously Oakley climbing helmet for good ventilation because it's hot, GoPro always with me, wire unit, zip wheels. I don't have the Ultimate, I've got the Aeroad with me, the Aeroad Canyon CFS LX, and yeah, Quark power meter, and I'm ready to start training again. So we're also about 1,800 meters above sea level here in Soldeo, where we are staying for the next 2 months. So I'll be benefiting from the altitude, and really happy about that. So like I mentioned, quite fat, probably about 76-77 kilos, and my goal weight before I start racing again is probably about 73 kilos for the first race, and if I'm doing Volta I'll probably be wanting to be at 71.5. But please remember that I am that heavy now because first of all, a lot of water retention, so only after the first 3 days of training I'll know how much fluid retention I have. And I've kind of just been eating like I wanted to during these off days, so weight wasn't my focus at all. With all the benefits that I have staying at altitude, it's not ideal for your PPO, which is your peak power output, but I have the benefit that Andorra level is at about 1,200 meters above sea level, so I can quickly rush down there, do all my high intensity intervals down there, and preferably not at about 2,000 meters and upwards. Before I do any thought of intervals, I'm only starting training now, so the first week or 7 days of training will simply just be riding my bike. Main goal now is to prevent any real injury, so I want to loosen up, not be stiff while I do all these intervals. And in terms of nutrition, my main goal for the first week would probably just be to cut all sugars, and the fluid retention and all of those sort of stuff will come down that way. So I'll probably estimate my FTP at about 380 watts, and I'll try and get that up to about 420 before my first big event, hopefully, like I said, Volta España. And just improve. FTP is not the main goal, you focus on all the basics, and with doing all the basics right, everything else will just catch up with that. Okay.
Thanks, Willie, Smit, for your time.
Yeah, it's a pleasure. It's valuable time because it's already after 6 p.m. and I need to go training. So you wasted enough of my time.
Swimming.
Oh shit, we're swimming as well later on, and these cars are quite irritating for vlogging if you're wondering. We had to stop this interview every time a car came past. I just gave up, so. Okay, so the location I just turned into, about 1k down from where I live, is called Valdencles. Really popular area. If you're a tourist, cycling lover, hiker, whatever, you better get here. On the other side, it can be a little bit crowded. There's actually a nice restaurant on my left hand side there. I think it's always fully booked, but with this weather, it's absolutely amazing to be there, but at the same time you can get quite shit weather as well. So that puts me about 1k back from my house. I'm gonna go down back the main road, and whenever I'm talking about the main road, I mean the main road leading from the Andorran border into the French border.
this token. Touch the fire. Burn your hands with the desire of the future. It's hopeless in this battle, and we're losing. And searching for perfection, but searching isn't finding. Sit back, relax, 'cause love is blinding. Searching for perfection.
Okay, so just on my right hand side here, orange building that you'll see right now, me and Mandy once stayed at Airbnb, and obviously if you take the place for a month, you pay a monthly service fee, which is about 60 euros, quite a lot for them cleaning the place. You decide whether it's a lot or not. However, once I put my bike against the wall, made a little bit of the place, made a little bit of dust, obviously that you pick up from the road, made a mark against the wall. So obviously how do you clean it? Very simple, just wipe it off. They wrote a complaint about us about that, so I think it's pretty pathetic, but nonetheless it was good accommodation, but I couldn't believe it. They're quite funny. Going up Engulasters, check out my Instagram. I posted a picture of a church that is situated halfway up this climb. Really beautiful, and if you head up all the way to the top, you'll get to Lake Engulasters. Really nice place to go a bit of hiking and picnicking with your family and friends, and just relaxing, mindfulness, all of those stuff. Finally at the top of La Cumela, short side obviously, already on an hour, and now it's time to meet Mandy at the swimming pool to loosen up this stiff, useless, fat body of mine. Disgusting, disgusting. I know what the people have been doing. The top here, with litters everywhere. I don't get it. Please take your pack condoms home, man. Come on. You know, if there's one thing in this world I really despise, is people literally, when they live in such a beautiful country, like Andorra. In fact, even if you're living in a country that's completely fucked, still there's no reason to litter. I mean, these stupid people, they just throw their shit everywhere. Who do they think they are? I don't get it.
It's a strange world we live in. All we want is loving, searching for things unspoken. We can't hold this token. Stick to the trail. No, don't go off the path. Going in a circle, lost, no going back. Lost and we're not going back. Searching for perfection, but searching isn't finding. Sit back, relax, 'cause love is blinding. Searching for
So on my right is Caldea Spa, and what I really want to show you here just quickly is that on my left on my left here you've got a new place that Jack Haig, riding for Orica, just behind me, has started. The first name was O'Day, but it's really a super nice place to stop, and if you want to support cyclists. So you know that it's within like a 2-3 minute walk from Caldea Spa. So if you end up at the Caldea Spa in Andorra, be sure to check out Jack Haig's new shop. The old name was O'Day, like I said. Another nice thing about passing through the mid streets of Andorra is that if you're a tourist and you don't have any Wi-Fi, super nice because there's free Wi-Fi in the streets. Okay, another beautiful iconic place in Andorra, Martixaf, and make sure you pause here and read up all about the history. I'm not going to do that for you.
Searching isn't finding. Sit back and relax. It's a strange world we live in. All we want is loving. Searching for things unspoken. We can't hold this token.
The best parts about Andorra are the super cold water fountains. I guess with the heat wave it must have saved a lot of recreational cyclists out there, and pros as well. So now I need to find Monday without Wi-Fi, and the reason I don't have internet is it's quite a short story, but not worth explaining right now. Here I am, and hopefully Monday's here. The climb you see in the background here is called Ordino. Hey, how are you? Ek het water. Nou net vol gemaak. Courtesy of Andorra fountains.
That's only broke.
Oh, okay. So we're gonna get dressed now, get a swim, cool down, and hopefully enjoy a good meal, because we ate very little due to some work issues which don't pay very well. It's called vlogging and editing and 4K problems, which is about 60 gigs of data per video, which is absolutely crazy. Okay, so it's about 8:15 now and ready for a quick half-an-hour swim. Loosen up this body. I'll probably look quite funny in a swim cap. Probably not used to seeing me this way. So I can't take the camera there, but I'm gonna go enjoy my swim. Cheers, guys. Oh, what's the time now? 9:30. 8:30, and I guess the day's job is done, and not 1 minute spent in the office. Our office is in the street and in the gyms.